Louis Vuitton stores empty after Chinese manufacturers speak out. This is a suggestion via Discord. Let's go ahead and jump into this immediately, guys. See where this takes us.
Attention all fashion lovers from around the world, clear your calendars because what's happening right now in the luxury world deserves a front row seat and a bag of chips. The once unshakable empire of luxury fashion is starting to crack, and we're witnessing something rare. The shimmer of Louis Vuitton and its luxury siblings is starting to fade. Louis Vuitton, the crown prince of polished monograms and limited edition lost, is hitting an unexpected turbulence in its billion-dollar cruise, especially in China, the very market that once worshipped every LV logo like gospel and allegedly makes most of its made in France product.
Yeah, guys, they're not going to continue to facilitate after they feel as if they've been disrespected on the world stage, guys. I can't imagine China doing that.
Wink. My name is Jojo Demap and you're welcome to the channel. We're talking about Louis Vuitton's empty stores today. So the latest about this whole Chinese manufacturers accusing luxury brands of manufacturing in China and then tagging them made in France, made in Italy, made in Milan is that Louis Vuitton stores are empty as in nobody's shopping there, and they posted videos on TikTok to prove it. But this whole situation that luxury brands, especially Louis Vuitton, has found itself in is not just because of the Chinese TikTok accusers. They've sure contributed, but the problem runs deeper and for much longer than that. You see, last year, LVMH CEO Bernard Arnault, the man who practically runs the luxury world, embarked on a high-profile tour.
Yeah, this is not practically. He definitely does.
China. Cameras flashed as he scouted a jaw-dropping 5-story Louis Vuitton flagship in Beijing, a temple of opulence meant to cement the brand's dominance in Asia, and Louis Vuitton's new crown jewel.
Yeah, guys, looking at this building here, definitely looks like something that Gaudi would have probably done. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the term gaudy in English. Same thing. Basically means tacky. I think that this building specifically would look terrible on the in the skyline, you guys. Absolutely.
Think of it as the Eiffel Tower of retail, towering, bold, and impossible to miss.
Ridiculous.
But fast forward to today, and surprise, the building is still locked behind closed doors. No golden monograms, no velvet robes, no opening gala, and the majestic monument still shut off from the public. It's been over a year, and insiders are whispering that it might not open until 2026, a full year or more behind schedule. The translation to this is the gloss is fading, and it's fading really fast. Because for a brand that runs on exclusivity and perfect timing, this delay speaks a lot of volume. Now let's zoom out a little bit. Across China and now spreading worldwide, people are noticing something really strange. Louis Vuitton stores are empty. Not quiet, but empty. TikTok detectives have posted footages of deserted boutiques, eerily stale-fitting rooms, and display shelves that are not being touched.
They look empty.
No lines, no shopping bags, no champagne offered while you browse, just silence. So what happened? Well, for starters, China's once insatiable luxury appetite is shrinking, and it's shrinking really fast. After years of explosive growth, the luxury market in China is expected to shrink by 15% this year, according to Digital Luxury Group. For brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Dior, and others who built entire strategies around Chinese consumers, that's like a high heel snapping on the runway. But it gets even worse. Since March of 2025, a jaw-dropping $3 billion in value has been wiped off major luxury brand stock. That's not a typo. LVMH, Kering, Burberry,
Who
no
can
one's
afford
safe.
this any longer?
The same companies
Large
that
scale.
just a few years ago were celebrating record profits are now slashing forecasts, cutting prices, and sweating in couture.
Yeah, guys, we're definitely running into some type of like global recession. Definitely feels like, depending on what country you're in, it definitely should feel like you are experiencing something like that now. The overinflationary event that we have been stuck in for forever now, guys, it just seems to be coming to a head currently. But also with these the tariffs going on in China, think about this here, guys. The largest let's say employers specifically in China would be the ones who are basically, manufacturing goods for the sole purpose of exporting to the United States of America. The reality, right? And guess who generally are the ones who are buying these things? The owners of said companies. Now, if they're being hit with upwards of 145% tariffs, sometimes 245% tariffs, then I can only basically expect here, guys, we can expect that the luxury market is going to, honestly enter into some type of downturn, specifically in China and around the world. The reality of the situation is, guys, how can they afford it any longer? A lot of them, specifically based off of a couple other videos that you guys have sent me, what it sounds like is that they're just starting to purchase their own country's luxury brands, because if they're making the product anyway, then guess what they're doing? Still buying the product, but without the name on it.
Meanwhile, the vibe in stores has done a complete 180. Sales associates who once juggled VIP clients and triple booked private appointments are now struggling to get those same clients to answer a text. People who used to treat Louis Vuitton bags like trophies are now hesitating and seriously wondering if they could have gotten that $5,000 bag for just $20. But
Yeah,
why
you
is
could
this
have,
whole
bro.
thing happening? The answer is in 3 words: doubt, distrust, and TikTok. A wave of viral videos, mostly coming out of China, has completely shaken public perception. In these clips, alleged factory workers say they are making the exact same bags as top-tier luxury houses, often in the same factories, but for a fraction of the price. Whether it's 100% accurate or not, the impact is real. Suddenly, that $3,200 never full doesn't feel so exclusive anymore. When someone on your feed claims that they can get it straight from the factory for just $80. And no, don't think this is just a Gen Z thing. The ripple effect is global. The US market is also feeling the chill. With rising inflation, talks of possible recession, and Trump's new proposed 31% tariffs on all European luxury goods, the sparkle of shopping just is not what it used to be anymore. And even Hermes, the fortress of exclusivity, the brand that made people beg to buy a Birkin, is reportedly softening up its stance. People close to the company say it's now slightly easier to get your hands on the holy grail of handbags.
Yeah, guys, I don't know about all of that. The problem with Hermes is that they are not for the normies anyway, right? So, like, based off all the data that I've seen so far, kind of regarding specifically the fashion house Hermes, they're in fact not doing anything about this at all. At all. For the most part, they're actually becoming more insular. So just keep that in mind here, guys. Don't try to go out and purchase one of these ridiculous handbags worth $30,000.
Translation: even the most untouchable brands are feeling the heat. And the discounts currently going on most of these luxury fashion brands' websites are unheard of. Well, until now. Kering and Burberry are slashing prices by as much as 50% just to clear their inventory. And reportedly, clearance racks at luxury stores are giving Black Friday in Beverly Hills. The luxury brands are not immune to desperate moves like this.
Okay, this building here, this structure is absolutely aesthetic. I like this because it honestly looks like it fits into whatever country we're in. I'm guessing somewhere in Europe by the overall architecture here, guys. But it definitely looks like it fits into the environment. I like structures like this, guys.
Because when the situation gets very desperate, even luxury brands go wild. Remember back in 2024 when LVMH, desperate to keep their top-tier clients loyal, reportedly flew elite Chinese shoppers to Paris for the 2024 Olympics. Yes, they are literally offering luxury vacations to keep people interested in shopping. Imagine, come for the game, stay for the handbags. That's how high the stakes were. But what's happening right now in 2025 with the whole Chinese manufacturers claiming to produce most of the luxury goods we buy is more than just one brand, it's beyond Louis Vuitton alone. It's about the entire definition of luxury. For years, logos were everything. A bag wasn't just a bag. It was a status symbol, a conversation starter, an Instagram post. But now, people want meaning. They want transparency. They want to know why that tiny leather pouch costs more than their rent. The luxury consumer of 2025 isn't just buying a product. They are buying into a brand's ethics, its craftsmanship, and yes, its honesty.
Like what they really want to do is they want to feel as if whatever they're purchasing for specifically copious amounts of money while they are doom spending. Okay, instead of putting the money towards some type of asset, they're actually purchasing something irrelevant. But if they do that, they absolutely want to feel as if they're making the right choice, right? For the most part. They also want the experience specifically of being able to utilize it in public, right? And, implement some type of jealousy.
The younger generation especially isn't afraid to ask uncomfortable questions. And if they don't like the answers, they just walk away. So you may be asking, what's going to happen now? Well, Louis Vuitton isn't going anywhere. They just got overtook by Hermes as the most valuable luxury company, but they are still number 2, and that's a big deal. Louis Vuitton is still one of the most powerful names in fashion, but that effortless glamour it used to carry, That's been challenged. And in a world where anyone can go viral and everyone has access to information, luxury has to evolve or risk being left behind. The stores might still be sleek, the bags still come with that signature smell, but the vibe, it's different. The trust is fragile, and the quiet inside those boutiques, that's the sound of an industry being forced to rethink everything it thought it knew. Welcome to the new era of luxury. It's no longer about who can afford it. It's now about who still wants it.
Oh, well played. Well played. It's not about who can afford it. It's about who wants it. There are still going to be a good amount of people, specifically, that do want these products. I mean, of course, right? I mean, for some, it's a status symbol, but every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, you wasted your money on a bag. I'm telling you, I do not care about. I am not brand loyal, specifically when it comes to anything that goes on to my body. I don't care about this. Now, when it comes to technology, brand loyalty is absolutely sometimes very important, right? I've been a photographer behind me, guys, right? Videographer for a little over a decade now. I can definitely tell you, guys. All right. Brand loyalty and certain things matter, but when it comes to the irrelevancy of fashion, I don't really get that, guys. But that just could be me. I mean, maybe I should have a conversation with my wife kind of about these things. But I think even she herself doesn't care that much about the irrelevancy. Guys, what's the purpose of it? To make other people moderately or slightly jealous? Let's say, guys, it's pointless. But anyway, live your best life. Do your thing. All right. But in the meantime, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.